that, let's begin the remaining topic of the chapter 3 in geography, that is drainage. Children, we have discussed in the previous video what is drainage and what are the types of drainage system in India. Basically, we are going to discuss about the two types of drainage system in India, that is the Himalayan and the peninsular. So here today we are going to discuss broadly about the Himalayan and peninsular rivers by covering some of the popular river. Let us begin with the Indus River, which is the part of the Himalayan river. So Indus River, children, this river originates from China. So this river rises from China and there is a very popular lake that is called as Mansarovar Lake. From this lake, this Indus River rises and moves towards the west part of India by touching here Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir. From Ladakh, some of the tributaries used to merge with this river, and along with that, after entering into Pakistan, many tributaries, 5 popular tributaries, they also used to merge and mix with Indus River at the point that is called as Mithankot, which is very popular district in Pakistan. So these 5 rivers are very popular: Satluj, Vyas, Jhelum and Ravi. So these rivers, they merge here, and after merging with these all tributaries, this Indus River gets finally merged into Arabian Sea. So this is how the Indus River completes its journey. Let me tell you a few more facts about Indus River. This Indus River is it is being counted among the lengthiest and longest river. So its distance is 2900 kilometer. So this is one of the fact about Indus River. Next is this Indus River, there is a kind of treaty being assigned by Indians and Pakistans. So this treaty is called as Indus River Treaty, which signed in year 1960. So children, when this treaty was assigned, then 20% of Indus River water is being distributed towards the India. And basically for Punjab and some part of Haryana and Rajasthan, this river, Indus River water is diverted towards India for the purpose of irrigation. The rivers of India. India is blessed with hundreds of large and small rivers which drain the length and the breadth of country. Rivers constitute the most useful natural resources. They are great source of water for irrigation, industry, domestic utility and for producing hydroelectricity. Depending upon the origin of rivers, the broad drainage system of India are generally recognized into the Himalayan rivers, including Indus River, Ganga River and Brahmaputra River. Towards the peninsular rivers such as Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Tapi, Narmada and Kaveri. Let us now know about the Himalayan rivers. The Himalayan rivers, Indus River, it originates from the Mansarovar Lake of China, the glacier of Kailash range. It flows between the Trans-Himalayan region, continues with the Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir. Indus River comprises of its 5 tributaries that are Jhelum, Chenab, Satluj, Ravi and Beas, which combines into one river near Mithankot district in Pakistan. And then Indus River drains into the Arabian Sea. The Ganga. The Ganga originates at its Gangotri glacier in Uttarakhand. Its one side tributary is the Yamuna, the Ghagra, the Gandak, the Kosi, Chambal, the Betwa and the Son. And on the other side of tributaries are Pindar, Mandakini, Dholi Ganga, the Basin Ganga and finally Alaknanda, which joins at Devprayag. It then reaches to the Haridwar and enters to the plain. The Ganga is called Padma when it enters in Bangladesh. Before draining into Bay of Bengal, it gains the name Meghna. Children, Ganga River is the largest river in Indian subcontinent. Its length is about 2,500 km. The Brahmaputra River. The Brahmaputra rises from Jiva-Yungdung Glacier in the Kailash range of Himalayas. It flows eastwards in the southern Tibet for about 1800 km. Then it takes U-turn and reaches to the Namcha Barwa mountain and enters in Arunachal Pradesh. Here it is called as Dihang. Its tributaries are Dibang, Lohit, Tista, etc. Finally, it drains at the Bay of Bengal.
Now, let us study about the peninsular rivers in brief. The Mahanadi. The Mahanadi originates in the Dandakaranya range in Raipur district of Chhattisgarh. Its tributaries on the left bank are Sionat, Hasdo and Mand, and on the right bank are Ong, Tel River and Jonk River. From its source, the river takes a northeasterly course. Beyond Seori Narayan, it flows eastwards and enters Orissa and finally empties itself into Bay of Bengal. The Godavari. The Godavari originates in the Trimbak Plateau near Nasik in Maharashtra. Its right bank tributary is Manjara and the left bank tributaries are Poon, Vardha, Pranhita, Venganga and Penganga rivers. Originating in the Western Ghats, it flows eastwards across the Deccan Plateau between the states of Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. It then crosses Andhra Pradesh and turns to flow in a southeast direction. It finally drains into Bay of Bengal. The Krishna. The Krishna rises from a spring near Mahabaleshwar in the Western Ghats. It is joined by its left bank tributaries such as Koina, Ghat Prabha and Bhima, and the right bank tributaries include Musi, Paliru, Panchganga and Tungabhadra rivers. Flowing through Maharashtra and Karnataka, it finally enters Andhra Pradesh and drains into Bay of Bengal. The Kaveri. It originates in the Brahmagiri range of Western Ghats. Its left bank tributaries are the Harangi, Hemavati, Simsa, Arkavati and Lokpavani, and the right bank tributaries include Lakshman Tirtha, the Kabani, Suvarnavati, Bhavani and Amravati. Flowing from Tal Kaveri in Madikeri district of Karnataka, it passes through south interior Karnataka and enters southern Tamil Nadu. It drains in the Bay of Bengal, passing through Nagapattinam district. The Narmada. The Narmada originates on the western banks of the Amarkantak Plateau. Rising from the Amarkantak hill in Madhya Pradesh, it moves along the Mandi hill towards the Satpura range before reaching Jabalpur and passing through the Marble Rocks. It is joined by the left bank tributaries such as Burner, Banjar, Shar, Shakar and Tawa rivers, and the right bank tributaries include Hiran, Orsang, Barna and the Kolar rivers. It enters the Narmada valley between the Vindhyas and Satpura ranges and pursues a westerly course. It flows through the states of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Gujarat before draining into the Arabian Sea. The Tapi. The Tapi originates in the sacred tank of Multai on the Satpura Plateau in Betul district of Madhya Pradesh. Its main tributaries on the left bank are Khursi, Kapra, Khokri, Utauli, Vaghur and Amravati, and on the right bank are Purna, Betul, Patki, Ganjal, Dhataranj, Bokar, Bokar. It then flows westwards flowing through Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and southern Gujarat.
It finally drains into the Arabian Sea. So children, that's all in this lecture. Remaining topic which is left in this chapter we are going to cover in the third part of the lecture, where we will discuss about the lakes, their importance, also the role of river in Indian economy. At the end we will wind up with the river pollution. Children, it's time to do some questionnaire. What is the length of the Indus River? 2900 km, 2500 km, 1800 km or 2400 km? Next question, in which year Indus Water Treaty signed between India and Pakistan? 1970, 1950, 1960 or 1980? Last question is, which of the following river is known as the Dakshin Ganga? Krishna, the Kaveri, the Godavari or the Tapi? Children, answer all these questions in comment. Thank you for watching.